I think they're just so steady. Like, they grind and grind and grind. I think they'll be happy to see Al Punchin back, even if he's in goal shooter.
Well, indeed, in goal shooter, but you've got more than capable defender and former Opens player Tim Malmo in goal defence for a battle there. But this Valley Wolves side, they're just built over a few years, I feel, where they just grinded away, kind of got that extra couple of players that they've needed and just seem to be able to find it as a rhythm for the team.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. 3-0. Ideal start for the Panthers.
Ideal start for the Panthers, but not so for the Valley Wolves. They need to find their way into that attacking third and then find Alistair Punchin in goal shooter at post as much as they can.
I do feel for Al and Dan King, obviously. Tristan will be there as well, who have all just played one game. Now backing up for a second. Is that an offensive contact? I missed that one.
It did look like it was an offensive contact to Braden, or should I say against Braden Pastore. It was lovely play there, an exaggeration there. Mia Van Wyck let him know what was going on. And that is a classic wing defence move. There is just to occasionally just let him know that that contact may have been a little bit worse than originally looked at. 4-0. This is not the start the Valley Wolves have wanted, but absolutely the start that Parkville Panthers want and need.
Oh, Layden, well done. God, it's physical in that circle, isn't it?
There is so much going on. And that's physicality in terms of defence, but also the attackers.
Yeah, both Amy Stars is really smart. She's always trying to set screens, as we know Brodie Roberts does as well. So, crafty circle. I don't feel for the defenders in Ash Smith and Mr. Malmo himself.
And talk about combinations. Amy Stars have missed most of this season. However, her and Brodie Roberts have played numerous seasons for Parkville Panthers, so know each other's games so well. And of course, we always hear about the combination of Riley Richardson and Brodie Roberts having played together at this level and also in domestic and international.
Yeah, they do. I mean, as a teammate, you know, they just know where the other person's going so seamlessly. So, great benefit for the Panthers. 5-6 zip start.
Yeah, Valley Wolves are going to need some sort of answer, and I'm not 100% sure where that's going to come from just at the minute. Obviously, both players having a couple of players on the bench to be able to work with here, but Panthers may roll theirs sooner just to rest players as needed, but don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Brodie Roberts, Riley Richardson didn't play in the last game. Nice little set of hands once again.
Great pressure by Mia Van Wyck. She's so fast. Her closing speed's incredible.
An option that Valley Wolves do have is they've got Daniel Stone on the bench who can play both ends as well. You can always throw him into that goal shooter bib, which frees up Al Punchin to go back into defence, which might be the answer against one Brodie Roberts.
Yes, it's a smart move, actually.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Does it go on points, though? Is Daniel Stone...
No, it's not points on court, it's points across your team. For anyone playing home, there is still a slight point system in play in our MLeague competitions, and that does include for VNL level players this year. Previously a bit hard to police, but we're getting a clearer idea of who is what.
There we go, 2-goal run.
And this is the comeback. The comeback is real. And it'll be answered pretty quickly. I think Panthers somehow keeping that in and slowing down that last step or so, Brodie Roberts. Cleaned up, Braden Pastore. Bit of an awkward turn on that one. Just seemed to take his time, which is not something I would normally say about him with that one. He's normally quite quick and agile on it. And just offside. Cool. Or holding near the top of the circle, I might have been just on that initial move off.
Unfortunate for Punchin.
It's something he simply wouldn't have wanted. And God, Ellie Layden does so much workload out in front.
She's honestly amazing.
And certainly in the last few years, I remember having coached her at 19 under level for VNL. The player that she's become since then, she's really worked hard. taken her opportunities when they've come at A&L level, as well as, well, taking the opportunity to come and be a part of the mixed MLeague for the last couple of years. And these are the ones, Monique Nagel, she is mid-range shot, is her natural shot. As awkward as it may kind of look, that is where she puts them up from and normally sinks them.
Yeah, she's a pivotal part in the Valley Wolves attack end. If she's on and she's firing, Georgette Patch will have to stick to her and play more of a one-on-one, which obviously then frees Al punching up. So hopefully she can sink a few more and get a bit more confidence.
And a few of these players for Valley will... Sorry, let me rephrase that, for Parkville Panthers. Also join each other at St. Joey's in the GFL footy netball competition.
Yeah, there are a few out there. And a coach.
Yes, and the coach. Not a bad little combination that they're looking to come back from their grand final defeat this last year in one of the best football netball competitions in the state. And Brodie Roberts trying to demand that space.
Yeah, him and Tim Malmo have definitely had a lot of battles in training over the years, so Tim will know he's in for a long night, but I definitely think he's up to the challenge.
Oh, he's absolutely up to the challenge. He knows how to play these sort of games and play against these style players. May not be quite as fast as he used to be, but certainly knows how to use those angles in the body. But something Brodie Roberts, he's got such strong legs.
Yes.
Like, the man has calves bigger than
and can
all
change,
of us combined.
Honestly, and can change direction on a dime. It's incredible.
We can sometimes you don't even notice the dime underneath it. That's how much it occurs.
Great ball. There's that natural connection you were talking about earlier, the Roberts-Richardson combo.
And there would have been a couple of years I said that they perhaps looked for each other a bit too much, and that's, whilst they know each other's game so well, they do actually open up and see a lot more of what's going on.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Which is when you got someone like, as we were saying before, like an Ellie Layden out in front, even Amy Starza with them, when you got them free and able to create as well, they just create so much more.
Oh. What's going on here?
So an advance has occurred. That's what it says, saying that something, I believe, saying that something's occurred down court and just acknowledging it and saying, take it the ball where it currently is, but we're acknowledging what's just happened back up court.
I see, yes.
And I'm willing to be corrected on that in any way, shape or form. We don't have our umpires mic'd up for these games.
No, and I'm still trying to catch my breath, to be honest.
And that's just from commentating the 17 under game earlier.
Yeah.
Big night for one Jake Noonan.
Oh, great decoy drive by Layden. Just open Starza. Oh, just a bit short on the shot.
And that's a great example of, as a wing attack, you don't always have to get the ball, but you're creating sometimes by not getting the ball.
Yes. Decoy drives are very important.
And some of us can run decoy very well because we take up a lot of attention as Al Punchin sinks a lovely shot there. Oh, quick little ball in. Trying to get back on court in time. Oh. He thinks he did. I completely
agree with him. Yeah, I think he was on court.
I was going to say, I agree that he wasn't quite on court. He jumped from off court. But I do have a little bit of satellite delay going on here, and my glasses may have had a smudge.
A smudge.
As the ball comes back to him, Dan King tries getting up and over it, and boy, that man must be tired. He's just come off, we mentioned in the last game, come off the Nations tournament in Singapore for the Australian 20 and under side, who came runners-up after a previously undefeated week, which I imagine he played a massive role in. He's had a great couple of years, but then to also play in the men's final before, and now a crucial role in this mixed one in defence. Brodie Robertson, the classic goaler. What do you mean it's not mine? We'll try and fake it till you make it.
Sometimes it works, Matt.
It does indeed, and we've all done that before. Just go and take it with confidence, and it will be yours. Just played it before she had it, Alex Booker.
It's a shame. That goal probably would have really helped Valley Wolves there. Great drive by Richardson.
Now coming a very long way away and
yikes!
Almost ended up in the other goal third. That was how fast he was going. we talked about how fast Riley Richardson was. That was almost a gout effort.
Yes.
If only he was a little bit younger, Riley Richardson could compete in that age group.
Oh, a bit clogged up here, the Wolves. Panthers doing a great job on that centre pass. They sort of just slipped in behind.
That is a superb off the circle feed there as well. Just finding Dan King off the body hold that left Al Punchin available for the drop. 7 goals, 11. And let's not make a mistake there. It was 6-0 at the start of this game.
Yeah.
It's been a great comeback in this quarter from the Valley Wolves, and Parkville Panthers are in no means winning this game without a fight.
Well done. I think that's the thing sometimes with Panthers. They just probably need to put that first ball up as a goaler. We both, like Brody and Amy, can absolutely shoot that.
I thought you were about to say both as expert goalers ourselves.
Oh, that as well. Yeah, sorry.
We can obviously make comment on such things.
Al Punchin. Back to 3 goals. Georgette Patch. She'll play a pivotal part in this game.
She's just such a workhorse.
Played this season in goal shooter, actually, for Joey's. Obviously in goal defence, her more natural
much
position.
more recognised as a goal defence, even at that sort of level of GFNL. And previously, well, I should say in between when she was working as the MD that she is in Ballarat.
Oh, that's...
And let's also remember the fact that Georgette Patch did wear the Australian dress in mixed.
Yes,
previously as well.
2018.
So 9 goals, 11 with the Panthers centre pass. They're going to want to score a couple quickly just to push this margin out a little bit. Tim Melmo just going, look, I'm going to try and slow this down a little bit.
I think Casey Dunstan's a great match for Ali Layden, actually. I'm watching that battle a lot. And while Layden's doing a lot of decoy, I'm not sure all of it is supposed to be a decoy. I think Dunstan's doing a great job on her.
Yeah, some of it is certainly shut down. Oh, that is a brilliant... Well, that's a great defensive attempt. Almost getting at both the pressure from Richardson and then the fly from King. But what a take there, Alex Booker. Strong take, gets it in. And all of a sudden we've scored a couple of quick ones. 10 goals to 12. Still 25 seconds to go. Just working the little off-the-circle hold. Brody Roberts giving a really clear arm, saying, give it to me.
And the eyes. I can imagine the eyes. Give me the ball.
Probably not realising that Starza was actually creating a great option. And we were talking about her positioning earlier, how good it is.
Yeah, it's got to go. Oh, Dan King, well done.
Oh, and there's a call. Al Punchin's on the ground. I didn't see what happened there.
Bit slow to rise.
Which is not something you say about Al.
He's
one tough man.
So he'll test his distance. Hey!
And tested his distance leading into that break. It is 13 goals to Panthers, and that should be... I can't remember whether that was 10 or 11. God, I've lost track already with how much that twisted, that turned. We've still got a big 3 more quarters to go. It is 11 goals to the difference. At the break, we'll join you again shortly. to the second quarter of VMMNA MLeague Grand Finals. This is the mixed Premier Division from State Netball Centre here in Parkville. If you heard some background noise, that was one of our young up-and-coming stars, Will Whiteacre, recently off trip to Singapore. Just saying a bit of hello on the way past as we start off this second quarter with Parkville Panthers scoring the first goal. And certainly Valley Wolves don't want it to start the way the last quarter did, but Panthers already with the turnover. And has been a change in the goal defence. Bib, Georgette Patch coming off. It looks like Bridget Orton
is on.
Unless my eyes deceive me, which could be possible.
No, Matt, the eyes do not deceive you. How are we going in this attack end? No changes. Oh, goalkeeper. Had a shuffle. Ash Smith's out to wing defence.
That's Lauren Hucker, that's in goalkeeper. Took me a moment to realise she was there. There's I'm looking through a cameraman to get there, and is
great space,
not made of glass.
That's better. Bit more depth on the second phase. Great drive.
And I'm just looking at my own score. I've written down in the opposite order, which is not helping. It's 12-16 Valley Wolves with a short pass, which, of course, that rule did change again slightly in the last rule update. The classic Tim Malmo drive into the centre third. And up
great ball. Great confidence. That was a step. Sorry, Al.
Yes, and in case you're wondering that...
it worked.
We do have a young man here, Jake Noonan, who does some umpiring for Cityside, who are a major sponsor of the upcoming MLeague Championships through Time Umpire, a subsidiary of them. Shout out to Jeff Taylor.
Hi, Jeff.
We certainly appreciate what you're doing in that space.
Absolutely. Oh, back out to 4.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but we saw in the last quarter that you come back from that quite easily. Brody Roberts just starts creating something different, and this is the problem that you face, is if something's not working, Brody Roberts is likely to start making it working. Unfortunately, not on that shot.
Oh. Great touch by Ellie Layden then. It's caused a little bit of havoc.
And just sometimes throw an arm out and you can get a turnover even if you're just in doubt. And that's that give and go drive that she is renowned for. Not quite getting the edge of the circle, but then finding her other mid-court. Brody Roberts makes no mistake on that occasion. And we are 5 goals, 18-13. We only have 3 minutes play in this second quarter. And just with the way the play is going, it feels like we're going for much longer with the skill that is on there.
Oh, he's got a stray bib.
There is a bib on the ground. Kelly Rayburn, the umpire calling time there, had a ripper Australian Championships. She had most improved umpire of the tournament, and credit to her for that. It shows what skill there is there. And Jake Novak, our umpire on the far side.
Robert sinks another one. Just helping Panthers creep out that little bit more. Oh, this will be a great battle as well. Casey Dunstan on Mia Van Wyck.
Yeah, that is a nice little change there, actually, because it just provides that little extra height for that feed. Al Punchin almost doing like Jake Hedricks did in the previous game, holding that for a very long time.
I like the switch of Alex Booker into goal attack. Just seems to be drawing a little bit more space for Al.
And that's a one-on-one that can be really exploited. Dan King, obviously, long arms, long legs, relies a little bit on that jump, but Al Punchin's certainly got him matched in terms of elevation.
Al's just so fit at the moment. He obviously came off an incredible Australian series and then Fast 5.
Where he played phenomenally, must be said.
I agree.
He did not leave the court for the entire Fast 5 series. The only player to do that, I think, across possibly any team.
Oh, true?
I'm not familiar with anyone. Feel free to comment on it if you are aware of anyone else, or
tell us if Matt's wrong, please.
That's something that Jake's been wanting to do for years.
Give a comment myself.
He's yet to find one way of doing that. And still 5 goals, 16-21.
Oh, bit of a tangle of the arms.
And I just must say that it would be difficult out on court at times. But whilst there is a difference in that sort of tealy blue-green going on there, it would be tough for a number of people with just to that corner of your eye pass, which a number of these players are used to doing.
Yeah. We've got Sam Dugan on in centre. Braden Pistori's having a little rest.
Yeah, good to give him just a little break. Sam will be a defensive workhorse here. His attacking game has certainly come along in the last couple of years, and his feeding in the mixed competition is something that he understands really well.
Yeah. Great
Brody
shot.
Roberts.
Looks like he's found his rhythm.
And that's scary when he does. Not playing in the Fast Fives for Australia this year, having a break from that.
Oh, she was so close to that. Oh.
Yeah, as ambitious, expecting a contact there, I think.
Oh.
Just given the step in.
Brody Roberts. Oh.
Tim Malmo showing he can still get up there.
Yes, great elevation.
And we're talking about the pathway that these teams took to get to the where they are now, as Tim Malmo pulls that down. 2 giant elevations in a row. Parkville Panthers finished once again on top of the ladder. 11 wins and 1 loss. Valley Wolves finished second with 8 wins and 4 losses.
Oh, right.
Which a couple of those, I dare say, were to Parkville Panthers. Oh, lucky footwork in terms of timing there, Riley Richardson. The Panthers have got the number on Valley Wolves. Last couple of times they've played each other, well, I should say last 4 times they've played each other, including the semi-final and last year's grand final. And they're trying to do it again today. 17-23, looking to get a few in a row here. Needs to stem the tide.
Oh, ball.
That was a great ball. I'm not sure. As someone who does a look-away pass a lot, I'm not sure that one needed the look-away. It was always going there, and it was superbly placed.
I am Ali Layden's biggest fan.
In fact, he's just ripped off to a fan T-shirt. He's holding up a poster.
I mean, great reaction by Brody Roberts as well.
And just the connections that are happening in that attack end for Parkville Panthers. They're really finding their rhythm now. Need something to disrupt it if you're Valley Wolves.
Yeah, with Mia Fallon's come on in wing defence, replacing Mia Van Wyck. This will be a great battle as well, actually. That's the thing with Panthers. They go from strength to strength. It doesn't matter what substitution they seem to make. It does not make a difference.
No, they've been running a few different substitutions, whether it's the guys or the girls throughout the season, and hasn't been the answer. It was stepping call going against the Panthers. And let's also make a comment about that great possession call from Kelly Rayburn just before that. Dan King took the clean ball. Al Punchin came over the top, but able to play on.
Oh,
somehow
great.
Getting the rebound there, Al Punchin.
Yeah, he's just that little bit stronger in his rebound stance.
And certainly someone that shows the importance of what the strength and conditioning does for a netballer is Al Punchin. Hey, Starza normally sinks that one.
Strong
a
rebound.
little bit disappointed. It's Still the 6 goals. Valley Wolves need a couple of quick ones, I feel, to take some of the sting out of this and to really get the Panthers switched off for a little bit longer. Because that is something that does work against the Panthers at stages. It's just a couple of switch-offs that they have.
Yes. Oh.
And our new Foley artist, Jake Noonan, with the sound effects as Al Punchin gets a beautiful split in the circle.
I think his fiancée, Xana Woods, taught him that. Maybe not for this game. Yeah. She is on the opposition bench.
But she is one of Al's biggest netball supporters, it must be said. If you check out her Instagram at any point in time, it's an Al fan show of his netball, it must be said. And, well, who isn't a fan of Al's netball? I know I've been a big fan of the way he plays for a very long time, and his game's just gone to another level in this last couple of years.
Oh, Riley was so close to that ball.
Oh, Dan King, that was a beautiful hand.
He's really got his feet moving well, Dan King. Really coming through on those last few steps, making our work overtime and getting hands in.
And he's starting to improve his ground game, Dan King. You can sometimes get away with a bit more of the aerial work throughout the juniors and even just on sheer ability like that at this level. But it's when you add that groundwork in that you really start to see a difference. And that's where he's starting to take his game to that next level.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's been playing a lot more wing defence, goal defence as he develops. And I think that is really helping his groundwork game. It's very hard to get around when he's in wing defence.
You know, such a wingspan.
I know.
I mean, trying to find a pass at any angle around it, let alone see around it. And speaking
Riley.
of wingspan, Riley Richardson just took off the ground, albatross style, and just flapped those wings to brick that in.
Oh, Brody. Beautiful drive.
And Lauren Hucker trying to get any set of hands over it, just in desperation. 22-28. There's 6 goals of difference. And the last time it was at the start of the first quarter when Parkville Panthers scored 6 in a row. And just above a roll was that one. A few bounces in it. Amy Stars are able to do it. We normally see that from Brody Roberts letting it go along the ground for a while. If you're leading into this halftime break and you're either team's coach, what decision are you making? Yeah, Riley Richardson not liking it, but he's been reactive after he had already obstructed with the arms, showing that you can't always do the fend off an arm bar. Yes, there may have been a slight push after that.
Yeah, I do wonder what both teams will do. You've got the likes of Connor Lilly and Jake Hedricks, who just played in the last game on the bench for Panthers. Oh, Riley slips over.
He appears to be playing Twister. Yeah, right hand green, left foot yellow.
It's never a game of netball unless Riley Richardson's on the floor. And I think that one was not his problem. Not his fault.
On that note, we do need to clean up in aisle 3. Mop and bucket has been called for as umpire's time is called.
He is Matty proud for us.
And you can see the sly little smirk on his face after that. He's going... looking at the clock going, how long is left in this quarter? Just blowing a few hard ones there. And Brody Roberts also looks like he's been working
overtime. Will we see Connor, Jake, potentially Georgette Patch go into goal shooter? As for Valley Wolves, Braden Pistori is a natural goal attack, so he potentially could go in there. Al Puncher could go back and try and stem the flow of the Panthers attack end.
And there is a little bit of a Robin Peter to give to Paul when you're making the move with an L punching like that.
Yeah, he's such a strong target, isn't he?
And he's been so good in there for them. They've found him quite easily most of the time. And that's not to say that he's just playing phenomenally. He's been really clear. But Dan King has been working so hard on it.
Yeah. Dan King's playing very well. I'd be tempted to leave it. What would you do, Coach?
Well, it is a tough one. If you're Panthers coach, maybe you want to inject a little bit of fresh energy in even just for part of the quarter, just to gives the likes of Riley Richardson just a quick break, even just the mental break.
Yes.
Which sometimes I think he forgets he might need in a game like this when you've been working so damn hard. It's just doing that. And similarly, maybe for Brody Roberts, just taking that couple of minutes. But halftime could be enough for that.
Well, this is true. Tristan Commons is also on the bench. He can play centre or defence. Again, like we were saying, Panthers have so many options.
Oh, and that's
great contest.
Horton, she's so good at that strong body. I've called a couple of games of netball that she's been involved in, and you just find yourself always saying her name.
Yes. She's always there or thereabouts.
Almost a really smart delay of play there, but...
Oh, no. Time's going to... Oh.
And look, honestly, if I'm... If
3
I'm
seconds.
Defender there, I'm going to launch this. But I probably wouldn't have chased after it either.
Will
I would have
Mia
taken
rip
the break.
Oh, no. Good hand.
And that was... She almost shot-put it only into the rest of the centre third. It is half-time here at the State Netball Centre. It's Premier Mixed competition of VMMNA's MLeague. 25 to Valley Wolves, 31 Parkville Panthers. We'll be back for the third quarter shortly. Back from the halftime break. It's premier mixed action of the VMMNA MLeague competition here at the State Netball Centre in Parkville. My name's Matthew Blomley. Alongside me, Jake Noonan. Interesting first half there, Jake. Panthers not doing what they would normally quite do and push Roberts. That out. What are your takeaways?
Yeah, I thought it was half of ebbs and flows. I thought there was patches where Panthers really put their foot down, normally at the start of the quarters. And then Valley Wolves would just sort of dig their way back in. Probably just some silly mistakes in the attack end for Panthers. And credit to Valley Wolves. I thought Al Punchin and his combo with Alex Booker really shone in that second quarter.
And there have been a couple of changes here on court. We've seen Dan Stone come on into the goalkeeper bib. Not surprised too much by that one. Does provide a bit of an option there. We've seen Al Punchin move out to the goal attack bib. A couple of changes also for Parkville Panthers there, Jake.
Yeah, a few. We were wondering what they were going to do. So Georgette Patch back to goalkeeper. Jake Hedricks into goal defence, making his debut in the mixed final. Mia Fallon still in wing defence. Layden has come into centre, which puts Connor Lilly to wing attack. Brodie Roberts in goal attack. And Stars is still in goal shooter.
And that's just an early one there from Connor Lilly back in the wing attack position, which after playing goal attack in the last match and playing a ripper match,
he played so well.
He'll find that touch into Brodie Roberts pretty quickly. Make no mistake.
There's going to be a potential rematch here between Hedricks and Punchin.
Just in the slight opposite than what they played in the last game, where Hedricks was in goals and Al Punchin in defence. And this is going to be physical. It's going to be strong. And what a battle.
Oh. Bit of heat on that ball.
27-31. Only 2 minutes in. This is not the start that Panthers would want. This is absolutely the start that Valley Wolves want, except for the couple of loose balls. Oh, beautiful there. Finish Connor Lilly. Quick feet. Too quick for my eyes, it must be said.
It is that time of night, Matt.
Yeah, well, you're about to say nap, and I think that's not far off. Beautiful. Oh, almost beautiful ball, I was going to say. Just finding the post. I thought Brodie Roberts was going to manage to keep that in somehow. Patch out far. Just liked putting pressure on from keeper, which is what we love to see. And that great hands over it. The step back shot. It's a tough one over those long hands.
Georgette Patch has great vision in goalkeeper. She will come out for that fly ball. And Mon Nagel probably just needs to be a little bit smarter with her setup, whether she pulls wide to keep Georgette busy or set a screen to protect her middies. But those mid-range shots she really has to nail.
And when you're running a combo like this where you've got the two guys out the front, some of the time you're better off actually trying to work the screen on the entry and work the mismatch. Force it into something slightly different, which on the entry, if they're running one-on-one like they have been, go meet them and force that change.
Yeah. Absolutely. Great tactical advice. Do you want to run down and let them know?
I definitely do not want to run. And I will not be going down those stairs. As 32-27, Panthers over the Wolves. Still 11 minutes 20 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, Panthers just aren't quite able to pull away, are they? Jake Hedricks just seeking clarification.
I think he was just checking his hearing aid for a moment there, just to see, put his hand behind his ear, just going, I couldn't hear what you said. He was trying to say, I can't actually hear what you're saying. And it can be difficult down there when you've got the whistles from the other court as well. Al Punchin a little bit fatigued on that catch.
I think umpires should be mic'd up. I'm all for it.
Everyone with an inner earpiece, you think?
No, maybe just single court stadiums and just, you can actually hear what they're saying. Because sometimes that's where the confusion comes. Oh, wow. Oh.
And that was a good little contest there, Dan Stoney. He was going back with the fly of the ball. Nothing in it. Just comes off the hands and gets a throw in.
Oh, dangerous pass. Paid off, though.
Oh, would have liked to seen that look down. Oh, Tim Malmo in wing defence.
I know you missed that. I've been waiting for you to see that.
I did miss that one. Apologies to Tim for missing that one.
He
He's played plenty of wing defence in his life.
He's actually very, very good in wing defence.
And his set of arms and the physicality that he brings to a wing defence role, that's a nice matchup there with Connor Lilly.
I am concerned, though, after seeing him play his entire career in ankle braces and higher shoes. I don't see a bit of tape on those ankles, so hopefully...
Well, I really hope you haven't put the moles on.
I know, sorry,
but
Tim.
also, he's at a point in his career where he can justify doing some ligaments and it not being the end of the world.
Stop that.
In that he doesn't need to front up for state training.
True.
On the weekends.
But he just puts that little bit of doubt out at wing defence. He's got those long limbs. Everyone knows he likes to hunt.
And I dare say it was a not wholly in the circle called there. Lauren Hucker taking the centre from goal defence there.
I think it was a step, actually.
Thank you for the clarification and paying attention. As Al Punchin thinks another one. 30.
Oh, you see.
3.
Bit of a change coming. So, just for those playing along at home with the point system, Jake Hendricks, Riley Richardson and Brodie Roberts all can't be on the court at the same time. That's why you'll see Brodie leave the court and Connor step into goal attack.
And I don't think it's a bad move anyway. Brodie looks more than happy to have gone to the bench in that moment, take a break. And we saw what Connor's capable of in that goal attack in the last game in particular. And if you watch any of the Australian Championships, you saw what he did for the Victorian Open Reserve side in that same position. Just not shooting with the same usual confidence there. Monique Nagel. I'd like to see someone just kind of get in their ear and go, you are capable of sinking those.
Absolutely.
We've seen you do that.
Yeah.
And certainly last year's grand final, she was sinking a number of those and really created some excitement with a few of those mid-range to long-range shots.
There, great work, Connor.
Yeah, just finding that beautiful little top-to-pocket setup. And it is Parkville Panthers centre pass once again. No step this time, but it is a change of centre, obviously, with Riley Richardson back in it. Amy Stars are almost caught off balance because she was expecting to go in the other direction. And the little give and go gets back to the triangle of the top. Sorry, the pocket of the circle.
If I was Valley Wolves, I'd probably potentially look at getting Tim Malmo back in the circle, Braden Pastori back on in the mid-court. I think Ali Layden potentially sits under Tim's eye line a little bit, so could expose him a bit as she takes a hip.
And nice little dance move, held back up. There was a good partner's ballroom set up there.
Great ball.
I agree. Tim's probably more used to some wing attacks that are at least a little bit closer to his height.
Yeah.
And so, as you said, in the eye line, it makes it, when she's so speedy and crafty, it's harder to find with your hands to do the hand check for.
Yeah. Just doesn't play into his strengths as much.
Which is maybe where they look at running a positional swap defensively, where he goes and picks up a Riley Richardson a bit earlier.
Oh, strong rebound. Starza
just pushing it out. 37-29. There is still 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Panthers are just doing enough to just push this lead out. Because it was 31-25 at halftime. 13-11 before that. And they're just getting those long, quick transition, and you cannot beat the speed on transition of that and expect to stop it once it gets to the circle. And interesting change, not quite the change you're expecting, but Brain Pastore returns to the court, this time in a wing defence position, and it is a position he'll definitely tell you he loves to play.
He loves to play, yeah. He is a goal attack, wing defence, even though he's a centre now.
But he's going to be an absolute menace there. He enjoys it thoroughly, and I don't think you're going to wipe the smile off his face for playing that. If he gets a single intercept, you're going to know about it on court as well.
This battle between Hendricks and Al Punchin is rather physical, but
It shows how you can really contest strong and physically without it always being any form of contact as well. It's just really strong example of mixed netball that's going on between the two of them.
Oh, Al, great entry.
And
just having a little rest. He deserves it.
Yeah, we mentioned a nap earlier, and I think that's what Al was trying to take there. He worked so hard that entire Premier men's game, and then he's doing it again here. And it's always tough for a number of these players playing the 2 games in one night at the stand they do. Of course, we have the rolling subs that you've seen rather than the tactical use of substitutions. So they don't have to call them. You can just roll it. Oh, quick hands on the outside. Stars are
magic.
Just off to the left slightly. She had her weight slightly to the left, but still looked like it was going to be a good patch. She read it, but couldn't quite get there in the time frame she wanted to.
Just the intimidation of Jake Hendricks there.
Yeah, just back your shot. And Riley Richardson flying great slightly ball. Blind.
Oh, bad luck.
And you can see the exhaustion coming into a couple of these players' faces. And that's what some of the physicality does to you, especially if you're a goaler. If you've got a defender who's been at you, it mentally wears you down as much as it does physically. And that's what can put off the shot. And occasionally some of those passes. Lauren Hucker, superb work there.
Ball. There is a lot going on at this end.
And unsure how Connor Lilly took that in that one hand.
Yeah.
Without it spilling out. That was terrifically taken. And 39, I missed that last goal. 31 in favour of the Panthers. And just a couple of these loose balls that are starting to fall Panthers' way that weren't earlier. Valley Wolves just struggling on that 1%er.
Strong rebound, Stoney.
And he is so good at that. Been a member of Victorian Mix now for a couple of years, or should I say a few years. And I know looking forward to a home championships. It is hard to find your touch when you've missed a couple of shots. And even harder when you're in goal shooter as opposed to goal attack. I think you sit and dwell on it. Monique Nagel, she's just got to find it again, but goes to the defensive efforts of Georgette Patch and Jake Hedricks. And it's 8 goals of difference. It's going to be a big arse here from the Wolves, but they are still fighting. Stoney. And speaking of fighting, that was a great example.
They're working hard to get these goals. Like, credit to Valley Wolves. They're applying a lot of defensive pressure. And a step on Connor Lilly. Mia. Excellent.
There's that absolutely pest work of Brentford Store. And whilst he may have given a little bit of help on the one earlier, there was zero space to go through on that edge of that circle.
Yeah, Riley Richardson, unfortunately, getting a contact there. Trying to squeeze through a gap that potentially wasn't there.
And some of the time he would get through that, Riley Richardson, with his speed. But on that occasion, someone was already there.
Yeah.
And the throw in. Valley Wolves, seeing that beautiful space hold, Al Punchin, and he's got a wry smile on his face for the first time in a little while.
That man is going to need a serious ice bath after this game.
I think he's going to need a little lie down as well as the ice bath. Maybe some recovery boots. Couple of Jez's salts.
Great shot, Connor.
Let's not underestimate how difficult it is for someone to come off a full game of the quality of competition that Premier Men's is to then back it up and still shoot at a high percentage in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Look, as a couple of expert goalers that we are, Matt, we know it's hard, but I don't envy them.
And Connor Lilly, something I've been impressed about his game, and we're not going to tell him, and we may redact it from the coverage so he can never get it, is that whilst he's generally been a quite accurate goaler for a long time, he's really started to find it at those pressure points. Whereas a couple of years back, he started missing a couple of those shots when it was a crucial moment. Nowadays, he just sinks every single one of those ones when the team needs it and when it's a crucial point in the game. And he's just shown that again today.
Yeah, he's got a great netball brain for such a young player. And I agree, I think he's developed so much in the last couple of years. Of course, stepping into the open men's team.
Alongside the likes of a Brodie Roberts.
Yeah.
And
Liam Kiley.
The style of game that is. Yeah, and also he knows how to play out the front of a tall quite well already.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to seeing him feed Liam Kiley, who, didn't he have a Ripper Aussie tournament? And it was great to see him putting up some of the long shots for the fast fives. Trying the floppy arm there, but just getting called for the held. Not quite enough for Valley Wolves to get it through. We're going into the three-quarter break, 43-32. We will rest our voices and we'll join you again shortly.
Yikes.
Into goal, Simon and goal defence.
Yeah.
Just a grind down Connor.
Yeah. We
are back. Jake, it's been a big night and there's one quarter to go. Providing we don't go into overtime.
I know, not another 17s.
Remember what a match that was. We've had some terrific netball all evening. And, of course, if this is the only match you're tuning in for, you can go back on our Facebook page and have a look at those previous matches, especially that 17 under. What a game. I recommend looking at the juniors coming through. That there are so many quality players who are just genuinely good netballers up and about. And on VMMNA YouTube, VMMNA TV, look that up and you will find us there. And there's also previous grand finals from our other years as Al Punchin sinks the first goal, crucial goal for Valley Wolves going into this fourth quarter. It's going to take a big comeback from the Valley Wolves, isn't it, Jake Noonan?
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. I think this is probably a stronger Valley Wolves lineup. Al Punchin back in goal shooter. Alex Booker in goal attack. Who have we got in wing attack? Casey Dunstan and Braden back in the centre. I just think that's probably a bit more of a natural attack end Let's see what they can do. Potentially put Tim Malmo in at goal defence. Although Stoney's doing a good job back there. They're confusing great space.
It's certainly making Amy Starzer work really hard. And you've got long arms with Lauren Hucker out in front, which is not necessarily a bad thing with Connor Lilly in there. Probably a little bit more so than Brodie Roberts because, I mean, who can keep up with Brodie Roberts?
Nobody.
Oh, that's a superb off-the-circle feed. And also, let's give credit not only for the touch on the feed, but the perfect timing of that drop.
Yeah. Ali Layden.
The fan club continues up here from one Jake Noonan. And if you'd like to join the fan club, it's P.O. Box 770.
Stop that.
Bendigo Street, Richmond. The old Channel 9 studios is where you need to send that through to.
Great turnover here.
Speaking of good feeds, that was another great off-the-circle one. Al Punchin had terrific space, a little bit front and off to the side. Jake Hedricks is always going to go powering through. Braden Pastor, similarly, not afraid to use his body.
Runs
love to see
straight into it.
We both played insides with him in the past, and always enjoyable to be on court with. Just sometimes for the things he says, sometimes for his actions.
Oh, great change on.
Well, that was a good ball. It was probably the right call to bring that back because the chance of that getting through cleanly at the time, you need to call an advantage. And for those playing at home who aren't aware as umpires that you actually call advantage at the same time you would blow the whistle for the obstruction or any other call. And Jake Hedricks just did a spin-off dance move on that one. 45-35, it is back to 10, just dropping that margin by 1. Panthers, and just willing to work it out until something opens up.
It's short.
But
well done.
Picked up beautifully on the outside.
They've got a bit of momentum here. Oh, jinxed. Sorry.
She started playing it a little bit before she had it, didn't
Sorry,
she?
Casey.
Yeah, big 3 feet, but I was about to say it was great hands to make that a tough ball. Riley Richardson so quick on the turn, though, that makes it very deceptive for any umpire to maybe realise where the foot was originally grounded from. And look at that defensive effort still going on from the Panthers. And transition, this is the thing they are so good at. Even though they slow it up slightly, it's just quick little 1-2s. Maybe a little bit more depth on that one, though. Would have been nice, but that's just nitpicking, really.
Great goal. 12, is that the biggest lead of the game, Matt?
I think it might be, and there is no evidence otherwise unless you replay and no rewinding. Be kind, rewind. Not today. Yeah, shout out to everyone that is watching. We appreciate you joining us and for some of the best netball that is going around in the country. Wanting something to open. Came front when he thought he was behind Al Punchin, just waiting.
Great job, Al.
Yeah, that's always good when he's got a smile on his face. He's playing well when he's got a smile on his face. He's just such a trooper. And the beautiful up the middle there, Connor Lilly. Now, there is still 10 minutes to go, but let's make an early call on who you think the current MVP the umpires might go with is, rather. Now, I'll put you on the spot there.
Yeah, put me on the spot.
It was a question without notice, although you should have been expecting it at some point. Maybe not this early.
Jake Hendricks, well done. Well, if you're looking at Panthers, if they potentially win, you've had Ali Layden, Amy Starzer, Riley Richardson on the court the entire time. So, potentially one of them would be my pick.
And if my memory serves me correctly, did Ali Layden win Grand Final MVP last year?
She might have, yes. I'm not sure. Yeah, she might have, actually.
I could be reaching a point in my brain unlocking something, a core memory of last year's grand final. Just slips out a little bit.
Look, I would go Ali Layden. And then if you're going to go for Valley Wolves, probably Al Punchin for me. I think Casey Dunstan's played all three mid-court positions. She's been quite strong.
Al's been very solid.
I think Al would absolutely be their MVP.
And this is not to take away from any of the defenders that have played on, because we talked about it earlier. Jan King was terrific against him, really making him work hard. Jake Hedrick's just come on and been strong and physical and made him have to work doubly hard when you've gone from someone working hard on you to fresh
Someone
legs.
Else. Yeah, that was a great ball by Braden Pastore. Great confidence.
Just a couple just bouncing out for Ellie Layden at the moment. Yeah, forcing that one in on top. Maybe just a little bit of frustration after a couple of errant balls.
Did I jinx her?
You may have. You're going to have to check the fan club details there and stop jinxing the players. Just still doing just enough. As sinks that another shot there, Valley Wolves. Time is called. I think very sweaty ball is the call.
Oh.
Which is
fair enough.
Something that you mentioned.
Humid. It is humid here.
About being up here earlier, that it is. The balls get quite sweaty out on court.
Yeah, the new lights here at State Netball Centre, it is quite hot on the courts. A bit more humid. The Melbourne weather's been Melbourning.
It has been Melbourning. And, yeah, these competition lights, it's terrific to see them even stronger than what they had been in the past. And just...
Oh, shout out to President Sonia Febo. She gets a touch.
Oh, and I think she's thrown out her shoulder as a result.
We better cut that footage.
So, look into that. And if you're wondering what's going on in the Division 1 game, it's Firebolts 53, Sonics 43 at the moment.
Great pass.
Panthers just doing everything. Back on this court.
Connor Lilly's just so smart with his body, continually adjusts his hold, and he makes it quite clear where he wants the ball.
And that timing is just looking good again for the Panthers. They've had a couple of patches, not as good. Yeah, not happy with that one. Offside? Offside. Back foot, I think, slipped in just on the takeoff. The size 13's not doing him any justice for that one.
Yes, Al.
Oh, and the beautiful little offload. Should sink this one. Does. Just doing enough to keep in touch there.
11 goals. It's doable.
It is doable. It's still 6.5 minutes to go.
Oh.
It's less doable when a beautiful take like that occurs.
Oops. Cougars teammates clashing on that one.
Just getting called. Inside the circle there, Dan Stone. He had to look and realise he was keeper that was getting called. Connor Lilly going, am I out of court? No, I'm not.
Great balance.
Looking confused. If you just saw that one to the bench, just going, that worked. 40-52. 12 the margin, as we said. Seems to be the max it's got out to, but Valley Wolves just staying in touch as much as they can.
The one thing Panthers do, if you take note, Matt, is it doesn't matter who has the ball. The first look is straight down to post. And I think Valley Wolves have probably been a bit guilty of times of looking more lateral than down the court.
Yeah, and remember a couple of coaches in the past mentioning that when you get the ball, you need to see from the entire length of the court back to yourself.
Yes.
And also remember Julian Maxfield saying that to me as an umpire, essentially. At one point, once you get in that goal line, you need to be able to see that 2/3 at least back up. So here's the thing on vision is that first thing should always be looking down the court. It's not the same sort of 360 game that something like AFL is, where you've got people coming from all different directions. It is still relatively linear, and you are heading down towards a post. Look, 5 minutes to go. Valley Wolves are doing everything in their power to peg this back. Parkville Panthers just doing enough, and I say just enough, because they're starting to get a little bit tired and throw a couple of balls away.
Yeah, it's not as clean as it potentially has been. Just saw Tristan Commons standing up in a centre bib. Might see him enter the game. Oh, an offside. Coach killer.
Yeah, Al Punchin looked confused for a moment there because he started thinking, how did I go offside as goal shooter? It was not you. That's lovely hands on the outside. As we just hold time as the ball scurries off onto court 2, where it has come back a little bit over there with about 4 minutes to go. 53-45. Mid-range again. Amy Starr's a lovely shot.
She shot well tonight.
She really has. But it's not always just the shooting she's done either. It's the work she's done to create.
Yeah.
And the time of the angles. And Tristan happy to come on. He just looks so relaxed all the time, and that's one of the things I love about him as a player. He works so hard, but he manages to look relaxed.
And Brodie Roberts back on the court as well.
I think Connor Lilly was taking advantage of that moment. He went, I'll go sit down for a little bit. And maybe just realising how hard the previous game was.
Yeah, true. Oh, there's a ball.
And there's some big cheering on from the other court. And that's Anthony Maniopoto wandering across.
Oh, ball.
And you'll notice that we haven't really had the balls come across on the court so much, but as it's getting towards the end of the game, a couple of tired things, people throwing hands and less clean takes. Brodie Roberts coming off the bench and
went for the pass.
Yes, he will definitely say that. And will cast his eye back to, if he re-watches this, a time when he played 23s and shot similar shot at Australian Championships that just slipped off the hand in a crucial match, and he just went, whoops.
Whoops. Love that.
Al Punchin just trying to get around the arms. Major, that was beautiful hands there from Jake Hedricks. And we're entering the last 2.5 minutes here. The final sixth of the final quarter for those mathematicians at home. Brodie Roberts making sure he's going to sink one of these shots for the end. Find his range again. A lovely little step around pass there, Braden Pastore. Oh, just trying to get around and realising he was going to contact Tristan Commons.
Oh, Al.
A little bit more on that ball, and I think it would have got through, but it was beautiful defence there. And I think just the deliberate obstruction call there. Bridget Orton.
Strong rebound, Bridge.
She is so strong at that.
Yeah. Great
We've mentioned her name a couple of times, maybe not significantly, but she has done some massive work down there. Between her and Georgette Patch, being able to swap defensively through there.
Yeah, she does a lot of the groundwork. Well, they both do, really.
And it allows some of the other players to have a bit of a fly at it. And make no mistake, they're both capable themselves.
Stray ball.
And he realises maybe that the eyes aren't switched on. Last minute to go here. Premier mixed competition as Brodie Roberts takes a one-handed intercept. Parkville Panthers are wanting to just finish off with a couple of strong plays to cement the fact that they will be the champions.
Yeah, they're really
for 2024.
Putting their foot down a bit now, Matt, just trying to really push that lead out.
When we talk about leads in the match, this is now the biggest lead it has been. 13-11 at quarter time.
Shoot it, Al.
Lovely shot.
2 points.
31-25 at halftime. 43-32 at the break.
Oh, we got a bid down.
And Division 1 is finished with only 20 seconds to go in this Premier. And Braden Pastore just going to fight through to the end. Last 20 seconds.
Oh, here he goes.
A little bit of a contact to the offside. And Al shoots that one with more confidence.
It was. Oh, and
just not as nice a shot. And saying, here, you finish off. And there it is. Final shot of the match. And the final score, 57-44. There are presentations still to come. Jake Noonan, how do you think that game shaped, and why was it the Panthers came out on top?
I just think Panthers probably potentially had a bit more depth on their bench. They rotated really well, and as we sort of touched on, it didn't make a lot of difference who was on the court for them. Amy Starzer shot beautifully. Connor Lilly came on with great impact. You know, you have the likes of a Brodie Roberts who can just pop in and well, he started the game, didn't he? And then, yeah, for Valley Wolves, they had great patches and they were able to really hustle, but they just couldn't quite get over that gap of 5 goals. And in the end, Panthers too strong. What were your thoughts?
Panthers were definitely too strong in the end, but it was such a battle throughout. Yes, the score was 11 at three-quarter time, but even for much of that fourth quarter, it didn't shake that.
Yeah.
There was times where Valley Wolves were just doing some beautiful passages, and then Panthers had lost a little bit of rhythm, but they found it certainly towards the end and when they needed it. And let's go back to even the start of the game. 6 goals in a row that ended up in a 13-11 first quarter.
Yeah.
You couldn't have asked for much more for much of this match.
It was a great battle. Very, very impressed.
And we will leave it there. There will be presentations to come, but that's the end of the evening from a commentary point of view.
And the end of MLeague for 2024, Matt.
It is the end of MLeague for 2024. Thanks for that reminder. Thank you to everyone
One
who's
more
been
state training. One more state training, Matthew.
And there is one more state training for all those involved in the state program. Shout out on the commentary now just to the people involved in MLeague. It's Craig Moore as MLeague coordinator, Sue Owen, who's been in the office with him every single week helping out, and of course Julian Maxfield with the umpires, and of course all our umpire coaches, all our umpires, the rest of the VMMNA committee for all that they have done in the lead up. It's been so nice to have such a strong competition once again this year, and no doubt there'll be a player survey come out, I dare say early in the new year, and we take on all the feedback there. But always a pleasure being up here, calling these matches, especially when we see such strong players and such strong plays. Jake Noonan, thank you very much.
Matthew, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And good night.
I'm so hungry.
Please. I said, how'd you get to stand?
And to our two umpires, David and Amanda, thank you very much. Can you come forward? Thank you. Yeah, and then you need to get a photo. Yeah. Oh, we. Yeah. No, for the MVP. And we'll award our grand final MVP first before the medals. The grand final MVP goes to Rochelle Thierry. Tell her it's just for the photo. Just for the photo. So you get the ball.
I didn't get that album.
They're still here. It's in that blue bag, really bad. While that's happening, to our runners-up, who are always up there in the finals every year. Well done, but bad luck tonight to Eastside Sonics. Come forward. Get your medals. Jack, you got to get a photo.
Thank you so much. Really? Did you know? My knee's really sore. I know that. Hey, at least we can add to our collection. She's in our team. Here you go, Josh. Is that a group she gets to? She's injured as of last week, last game. Thank you. Thanks. Oh, thanks. Oh, here, I want more. Are you right? Next group.
And while they're getting their photo done, to the Premiers, who I believe finished fourth and just scraped into finals and have gone through to win it. So well done again to Western Firebolts Purple. With the mixed division, we do two season MVPs, one for the females, one for the males. So the males MVP for the season in 5th place was Campbell Brown on 10 votes. In 3rd place was a tie, Harry Nelson and Sam March on 12. Jared Pentony in 2nd place on 17. And winning by 1 vote, I'm not sure if he's still here, is Blake Karcher on 18. So that was Blake. He's not here.
Right here?
No, that's not that one. And for the females, we had a whole group on 6 votes, which included Tasman Drysdale, Abby Grant, Rebecca Constelopoulos, and Charlie Cook. In 3rd place on 7, we had Kayla Swindell. 2nd on 9 votes, Matilda Neely, and smashing it by 7 votes on 16, Rebecca Hicks. Rebecca, you won season MVP. After that, come and see. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, you can go.
Thank you very much. Can you also have these spills?
Yeah, I'm actually wearing it.
Okay, cool.
And over to our Prem mix, sorry. Firstly to our umpires, always well umpired again, Jake and Kelly. Thank you. Come forward.
They got MVP. Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll get your photo. Thanks, guys. Next to our grand final MVP is a player from Parkville Panthers, Mia Van Wyck. And the ball for the photo.
Oh, you still talk. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well done.
No, you're this
No.
way. And can you take that?
Just for the photo. And to our runners-up, Valley Wolves, congratulations. Come forward.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Quick medals, quick! You tell me quick medals is good medals. Quick medals is good medals. Quick, quick, quick.
Thank you very much. Congrats.
Thank you.
Is this one going to get uploaded?
Yes, it will. It will.
Brayden had to hold the person.
She made me do it.
Oh. It will. You're good.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, wait. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want the photos.
Go next.
And to our premiers for season 2024, Parkville Panthers.
What are you doing?
And to our season MVPs, start with the males. In equal third on 8 votes was Xander Arbuthnot and Andrew Burgess. In second place was Connor Lilly on 12 votes. And winning, who I know has just gone home on 20 votes, winning by 8, was William Whiteacre.
Oh, are they right?
For the females, we had a whole equal third. Ella Tennant on 4, Caitlin Black on 4, Kira Lee Collins on 4. Second place on 5 votes was Ali Layden. And in first place on 7 votes was Katie Phone, who I know is not here.
Yay! Not you.
Katie Phone. That does conclude presentations. Thank you for a great season. Have a very Merry Christmas and a safe New Year, guys.
Yeah, see ya.
At least they're clearing up.